Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's your man Hannah from On the Line with. We back for one episode. We back for episode 147. I got a special announcement that's about to happen. And we got Lurain coming back on. She's going to make it rain for us. You already know what it is. She was on episode 130 talking about her single 5 a.m. in São Paolo. And now she officially got the video out, so we're going to talk about that like promised. I know it's been a minute, we're a little late on it, but when I tell her I got her, she knows I got her. But before we do that, I'm going to get our new co-host in the building so I can introduce y'all to her. Y'all like that, because she does put on for people out there, and I'm not as in tune with everybody. But, this is how things work. And there she is.
Hi.
Hey,
Can you
what's
hear
going
me
on?
okay?
How you doing? You alright?
Yeah, we're doing good. How are you?
I'm alright. Sorry about the lateness. I always say a time and I'm always fucking late. But I mean, people still know I'm gonna show up. They know I'm gonna show up.
Yeah,
You know.
right.
So let me start by saying, like, I know you've been following the podcast for a while. Like, I see you tapped in and shit all the time, and I really appreciate it. And I've told you that before. So yes, another person that you know is in the building right now. Salamander Van says, "Yay, my sis." So I've been looking for someone to help me co-host this shit for a while, because obviously you see that I do fucking way too many for my own good sometimes. I'm like all over the place. So I figured, why not reach out to someone, because I've been tapped in with the Vermont scene for a minute, and I know you know a lot of the artists out in Vermont. So I was like, what better way than to have someone in that vicinity help me out when I need, if I can't make an interview, then I could have you do it, record it, and then we could just upload it as part of the series. So, with that being said, we got Jenna. Is it Omer or is it Omer?
Yeah, Omar. Yep.
All right, so we got Jenna Omer, and you're out in New Hampshire, right?
Yeah, so out in New Hampshire, so that whole New England region. So that's Vermont, Maine, Connecticut, Rhode Island's a big scene, Massachusetts, Boston.
New England, all that crazy places.
Yeah.
So it's perfect that I'm glad I found someone who's tapped into that scene that I could get help with. And in the future, like I've been planning with a lot of artists in Vermont, because I'll be there in the spring, and I plan on putting on events and stuff to, like, not so much, well, there'll be showcases, but really it's going to be a lot of like networking events, because I feel like
Right.
everyone in Vermont knows about each other, but they don't talk with each other enough. That's just what I
Right.
that's what I see from the outside looking in. You know what I mean? Like, and it's all love, because you know me. I got love for Breeze and like the whole Street Religion family. I got love for Joint Manipulation. I got love for Big Homie West. Actually, Big Homie West just sent me a fucking beat actually, and fucking blew my mind. So I was like, shit, yeah, I'm really rapping again. So
Right.
so,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
while you're here, why don't you just let everybody get a small introduction of who you are, and like what brings you to this like type of platform? What do you think that you could offer to like everyone that partakes in this?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, like Breeze and Street Religion, he's headlining up in December 23rd. So
Hmm.
he's got a big show coming up. So it's just really just networking with all of them. Like as you can see, your boy Loco TV, he's got the checklist going. So he's got everybody plugged in there and just lots of just connecting, just everybody just getting on that same stage together and expanding and like this, and you're only like an hour, 2 hour car drive, east, west, north, south. So it's just getting everybody to collaborate together.
Yeah, exactly. And that's been like my whole thing that like I've been doing, and like not intentionally, is like the people I interview, that people watch the interviews and stuff, like artists who watch the other artists' interviews, they end up like just accidentally, because of watching those episodes, collaborating. So like I kind of like secretly do my job without even knowing I'm doing my job. And like
Right. Yeah.
it's one thing to start a podcast and be a fan of hip hop, and then there's one thing when you start a podcast, which initially was my original podcast is focused on mental health in the arts. So like that's my full length podcast. Like it's a very, very deep thing for me. But there's like I was saying, there's a whole thing of being like a podcast or a hip hop fan and then doing a podcast and just be like, oh, I love this artist, you know, and it's all biased all the time. But there's one thing when like you actually know the game and you know the scene for so long. Like I'm going on like 20 years of knowing it myself, being in it, being behind the scenes. Now I'm doing management, I'm doing event coordination, I'm doing networking events, and this is all in like the last like 6 months. So like this series wasn't even supposed to be like what it is. This series was really honestly just supposed to be a way just to network with artists and just speak on the music rather than having full length talking about mental health and all that, which I still do. But like I'm just surprised at how far this car chat shit really, really took off. Like, I like, honestly, I've been sitting in my car for like the last year just fucking doing interviews. Like, winter, freezing my ass off doing this shit for artists. Fucking summer, boiling my ass off doing this shit. But, you know, I always love it because I always end up meeting people. Like, me and Breeze have had like 4 episodes. Me and Fargo have had like 2 or 3. Uh, me and Mav Star have had a couple. He's on my full length. Francis FFD Ross is on my full length, but we just had one recently. So I'm just glad that I could finally find someone who I feel like has the same passion and kind of the same vision of what I'm trying to do, actually help and take part, because a lot of people in my city always want to be part of it. And like, I have a very, very picky, choosy type of vibe to people. I'm always like, yeah, I fuck with you, but I know how you work, you know, like, so like I can't just be like, yeah, sure, come on in, and then like 2 episodes later I'm like, no, 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 you gotta go, like, you know. So I figured reach out to you. Oh, shout out to Shroom T. He's another one with a really, really big platform. So I'll probably tap you in with that group chat later so you can get some artists and get to know some artists. Shroom, or yeah, Aaron, if you want to call him Aaron, Aaron. Aaron, if you want to tap in, this is Jenna Omer. She's going to be helping as the co-host for the
Great.
car chat. So I'm definitely going to get some schedule stuff up soon. Uh, I'll get a list of artists that I still have on the back burner that we need to interview. And actually, I thought about it. Instead of having to give you access to the actual to the Instagram, I'll let you do the lives on your Instagram, but instead of posting them up on your Instagram, which you can by all means, just before you save them, close the app, and if you go to your archives, you could just download the podcast and then send me it so I could upload it on this as well as you could upload it on yours, and then that way it's on both of ours anyway. Or
Right.
whenever you do one, you could always add me as a collaborator with whoever else is on, so that way it just comes straight up or whatever, and I'll just send you like the regular description and all that. Real Ricky, trust me, bro. I already have Real Ricky on the list to speak with, but he's got a lot going on life wise, and I'm not gonna hit him up right now. I know when to reach people, and I'm not gonna hit him right now. Like, I got Ferragamo Face that I gotta hit up. I've been working to get him across the border with the lawyers I know, and it's going well. So we might see Ferragamo in Canada in the spring or summer. Who else? Who else? I had Junie the Wicked on recently. I mean, I've been tapped in. Like, people don't seem to realize I've really been tapped into this scene for a while. Like, I'm quiet, I lurk. You don't always see me commenting, but I'm there. Like, I'm really there. You know what I mean? And I see the same with you. Like, I see you pop up in like the conversations. At first, I was like, "Who is Jenna SOS agent?" I'm like looking around, and then I go on my Facebook, and I'm like, "Oh, it's Jenna, that Jenna." I'm like, "Okay, now it makes sense." At first, I thought you were the one who kept reporting me and getting me banned. I was like, "This better not be no secret shit." But no,
Right.
but I
No.
honestly, I appreciate you. I appreciate the things you've said. I appreciate like the love that you showed, and like even shouting me out for like that New Hampshire. I think it was New Hampshire and New England, but like the podcaster like of the year type thing. Because I didn't even know I was eligible for that shit because I'm not even from there. And actually, I spoke to them, and I am eligible if I get enough nominations. So if y'all want to help me get a fucking New
Yeah,
England
hop on and
podcaster award,
nominate for
y'all
sure.
gotta y'all gotta go nominate me on that shit. I'll get Jenna. Maybe she could post it in her story later. And then yeah, if y'all vote for me, man, y'all give me a New Hampshire fucking awards, and maybe I'll get down there sooner than you think. Who knows? But I am planning on coming down for the spring or early, yeah, probably spring because I am sponsoring that new battle league that Felix and Breeze are doing, which now means if you're part of On the Line with, you are now sponsoring it with me. So I mean,
Yeah.
we have a lot.
Yeah,
We
we're
have a
excited
lot.
about that.
Yeah, I'm fucking so excited about that. It makes me want to be like, yeah, I'll sponsor, but I also want to fucking battle too. Like, like,
Right.
like the thing is, if I win, I have to interview myself. Like,
Well, now
you
you
know.
have me. I'll just interview you. So it's
I was
good.
gonna say actually, because people have been wondering, they're like, "Yo, why don't you ever do like interviews?" And the thing is, if they go to my link tree, I've been on plenty of platforms where I've been interviewed. You know what I mean? And I just don't push them because I don't push myself more than I push artists, which is one of those type of things. You know, some people like care about others before they care about themselves, which isn't a good thing. It's not always
Mhm.
the best thing to
No.
go about. But when it comes to music, like I was in it so long that I know exactly how it is to be like trying to get on a platform so hard that you're just constantly dismissed because either your numbers aren't high enough, which I think is stupid, or just they just feel like it's not worth their time. But if like some of the artists people have actually heard come on this show, like there is definitely a lot of fucking sound out there that people are missing, and they're missing it because their ego is way, way, way too big. And don't get me wrong, it's okay to have an ego, but when it starts taking over and like fucking your pride starts getting in the middle of shit, it really it's your downfall at the end of it. You know, people stop fucking with you, and people can stop fucking with you in a minute. They love it, and then they hate it. You know, because they see how you act to people. So
Yeah, yeah, we
that's my
definitely are in a
rant.
temporary culture where everything's disposable and everybody's just instant gratification and they got to just stick with it. It's sustainability is huge for all of these artists. You got to build your fan base.
Hell yeah! And speaking of who people who have been stilting their fan base, because this is her second episode. Who is on tonight? Uh, my bad gal from fucking Jamaican roots, done know me sister. She knows me. She knows me as her brother, and she's gonna be on in a minute. So we have Lurain coming on. I'm gonna send her an invite. So I just wanted to get your introduction in first. I think we'll have another episode soon where we'll have a full back and forth. You interview me, I interview you. I think something like that could be fun. Just let me find her. Where's she at? There she is. Invite. All right. So we're gonna have Lurain jump in a minute. What up, Decade? Hope everything's good. Hey!
Yo, what going on, guys?
Oh, what one sis?
Hey.
What's up? What's up? What's up? How y'all
All
doing?
right. So before I start, Jenna, this is Lurain. The music I sent you earlier, that whole, like I said, the whole different cultural vibe that she adds to her music and stuff is what really really attracted me to her music. So this is very 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 special because I know she's been waiting for this one. I've been a little delayed dealing with shit. Hold on one sec. I need to hit you up and schedule something again. Decade, you know where to find me, bro. It's one message away. And like I said, now we have another co-host. So if I don't do it, I'm sure Jenna will do it. And yeah, but so Lorraine, before everyone's met you a couple episodes back, actually, how many episodes back? We're on 147. They met you 47 episodes
Yeah,
already, and it feels
awesome.
like it's only been a month or something. Like I did like 47 episodes in like a month and a half. That's a lot of fucking episodes, yo.
That's a lot of episodes.
So in saying that, because some people have short ass memories like me, because I smoke a lot of tree. But why don't you let them know who you are, what you do, and where you're at? Because like, you're in Michigan, right?
No, I ain't in Michigan. I'm in Georgia. I'm in Atlanta.
See, fuck, I always think it's Michigan for some reason. My bad. All right, so there, answer that question. All right, so who you are, where you're at, what you do. Let them know what you do. And I'm gonna have Jenna ask you some of her own questions because this is the first time you guys are getting introduced to, and I'm just trying to see how the vibe goes, and I'm trying to, you know me, I'm always here. I'm always here.
Hi, Jenna.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. What's up, everybody that's on the live? My name is Lurain. My artist name is Lurain, or Rain for short. I make super cool music. I'm from Jamaica, but I currently reside in Atlanta, Georgia. So, vibes.
I just act like she lives in Jamaica because all I do is talk patois to her.
Yeah, that's facts. We speaking. Yeah,
Done.
man.
No.
Don't know.
You were surprised as hell when I started speaking that shit
Yeah,
that first time, yo.
when he started speaking it, I was like, what?
Where the fuck the accent come from? this
Nah, for real.
pasty,
Where did the
this
accent come
pasty ass
from?
Sean Paul motherfucker talking to me like.
Nah, look, man. I was like, what's this is cool.
It is. It's different. It's a
Yeah,
different vibe for sure.
definitely.
But I'm
Definitely,
glad you could be the
definitely.
first one on it with me and Jenna, for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Um,
make cool music. You out of Atlanta.
yes. I'm so nervous right now, guys. I don't know
Yo,
if you guys could tell.
come
But
on.
I'm
You've been
trying to
on
like,
this. You've
yeah.
been on this shit. Yo, look, just look at it like it's just another episode with me and Jenna's just here to like get the vibe of what we're doing. She watches the show. She knows the vibe is energy based. You know, I'm not scripted. I don't do the scripted shit. It's back and
Yeah.
forth. You know,
Yeah.
and if for some reason we get cut short, like if we get cut off by Instagram, we'll restart it up so we can continue, and I'll just make it a double part interview. That way you get the time you need.
Okay. All right,
All
that's
right,
cool. That's cool.
all right. So yeah,
Thank you.
tell us. I know the video dropped because that track's been on rotation on my playlist for like the last since we met. To be honest, that
Wow,
should
thank you.
still slap in. I should slap in, especially when I'm at the studio working because we just built the studio up. Bro, cook that up. Make sure you hit up Lurain after this. I'm telling you, bro. She will make something fantastic on one of your productions. You guys will kill a beat. I'm telling you. Bro, cook that up is the dude for fucking cultural sound. He is that dude. I'll promise you
Bet.
that.
Okay, cool, cool. Thank you. I'll definitely lock in with him after this interview for sure.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
So
5 a.m. in Sao Paulo. How the video? I've seen it. It's dope. It was well produced. Whoever
thank you.
directed, did you direct it?
Yes. So the whole storyline,
Man,
the entire storyline was all me, but then my videographer, he did the video, he did the edits. I only, came with the storyline, how I wanted it, the outfits for me and stuff. That was all in my head.
that you one fly ass girl. I'll tell you that. You know how to dress. You dress better than me.
Oh shit. Appreciate that. Thank
I'm
you
out
so
here in a
much.
boys in a hood tee from like 1994.
Right now, man, listen, I just threw some on because the hat for like the purple hat that I had, I couldn't even find it. So I was like, all right, let me just throw some on. I really have my stuff on, like yo, like I'm just, I was ready for bed.
Yo, I told you I was gonna hit you as soon as I had time for you, and that's what I did. So I was like, yo, if you could do it tonight, let's get it. Let's get it
Oh
done.
yeah, I could do it tonight. Listen, I'm here. We're here. We're all here.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's it. Yo, thank you to everybody tuning in. I mean, we don't usually hit 10 at around this time. 10 people tapped in. I mean, it don't sound like a lot, but it depends. It's the people that are listening that matter, right?
that's all that matters. Is 10 people. That's what double the odds. So that's 2 odds. That's like 20 odds.
10 people who may not have heard you yet.
That too. Double the
You know?
ears, double the eyes. So there's a lot of people in here.
You know?
Welcome all.
Yes, ma'am.
Vibes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
So,
sir.
so Josh is your shooter, right?
All right. So Josh is my photographer, but the person who did the video, his name is Jace. He's from Trinidad.
Ooh, another one of my Trinidadian brothers.
Yeah.
If he's Trini, he's my bro from Jump. I'm sorry.
All right, bet.
You don't even gotta like me. I'm gonna call him brother anyway.
Listen,
But
man, he's really dope. Really dope.
very dope because that
Yeah.
video turned out very well. So
Thank you.
I'll ask one more question and see what Jenna has to say. What was it like shooting the video? How was it? Did you feel pressured?
I didn't feel pressured. I was just nervous. It's like in my head though, it didn't really come out exactly how I pictured it in my head, but there's so much more opportunities for me to bring more stuff in my head out, you know? like more opportunities to make more music or more music videos and storylines to bring it out in my head. It wasn't as exactly as I dreamt and pictured it, but it's still dope. You know what I'm saying? And people, as long as people love it, I'm rocking with it. You know.
Yeah.
So during that, it was during Carnival weekend in Miami, and I was just nervous. I was like, this is like my second video in so long. So it's like, I gotta give some, give them some visuals to enjoy it and stuff. So it was just more so nervous and making sure that I got everything right. Cause I'm very like, you know,
Perfectionist.
yeah, I am a perfectionist and I'd be hard on myself. And it was fun too as well. I had fun shooting it. Shout out to my assistant directors that were there and my dancer, big ups to her. It was so much fun. I have a bloopers reel coming soon for you guys, so you guys could see exactly like how much fun we had and stuff. Y'all could laugh.
I'm
Yeah,
excited. Yeah. What do
thank
you
you.
wanna throw in, Jenna?
So is you said it was Carnival weekend? Is that where the video was shot, down in Miami?
Yes, it was exactly in Broward County, Pembroke Pines. Carnival weekend.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah,
Man,
because yeah, I'm from up here, but I like moved down to Miami, and I was more like that was more exciting to me than I think even like New York. Just growing up with all of that, and just that's just a whole different world down there.
yeah,
Have
Yeah.
you
I
ever been
find
down there, Jordan, or not yet?
which way to
Down in
Miami or New
Miami?
York?
Yeah,
Nah, see,
or
I
both?
went. So, my ex relationship that I was in for about 4 or 5 years, I went to New York for a business trip when I was still making music. I met a girl when I was performing, and we hit it off. So we had like a long distance relationship. Not really that long. Like, I mean, 6 hours back and forth is annoying as hell. But I mean, you do what you do when you fucking fall for someone. But besides that, I mean, she made music, she made art, and she was also one hell of a promoter because like she was going to Rutgers University at the time. So like she was always like popping off at the parties and all that shit. And then, so like every time she went, she'd be like, I'm going to a party. You want to come? I'm like, no, but you can take this thumb drive and give it to the DJ. And it was just my music, the whole thing. She's like, what music on it? I'm like, oh, it's the whole playlist. It's a bunch of everything. It was just every mixtape I had. And then like it ended up coming out like I'd go pick her up or whatever to be a designated driver and shit because I don't. My brother when he was younger got hit by a drunk driver and shit, so like I don't do the whole drinking driving thing. Even if I'm loaded, like if I have to walk home from wherever I'm at, like I'll take those fucking 5 mile walks just so I don't cause any injury or family any fucking grief, So I've been through that. So I used to go pick her up and shit. So when I pick her up, people will be outside the party with her waiting, like keeping an eye on her and shit. And they'd be like, "Oh, yo, we heard your music all night." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know. It's just some drive. Only had my music." And like, so like I got a lot of love in New York, which was cool because like coming there, like, and you know how New York scene is big. Like everyone's a fucking rapper in New York. You know what I mean? So especially in when they're in college, everyone's a fucking rapper in college. And then so to be there and like be the white boy that was picking up like his girl that was like half Jamaican, quarter Trini, and then quarter Irish and shit. Like I'd be there. That's where I learned most of my patois and shit was dating that girl.
In
So
New
I'd be
York,
talking all the time. And so like all the parties were full of like
a
island
black
men and
person.
like it was crazy. It was good. I got a lot of love out there. I still get a lot of love out there, and I think that's why like I get so much acceptance from like the artists in the States because I could relate to like how they
Yeah.
move compared to how Ottawa moves, like where I'm at in Canada, because Canada makes similar music. Like people like this is what I hate. I hate people who say like, "Yo, like." In America, they're like, I'm a hip hop artist, and then in Canada, they're like, yeah, I make Canadian hip hop. I'm like, why do you guys differentiate it? Like, why do you say Canadian hip hop? And hold on, sorry. He's like, what the fuck? My bad. Messaging me, like, why do you differentiate it? Like, if I was in
Bend down
America,
and get it.
like, and you were in New York making hip hop, you don't say I make New York hip hop, and then someone down in like fucking Miami's like, I make a Miami hip hop. Like, no, you make fucking hip hop. It's that simple. The only thing different you can choose is a subgenre. Like, you can make crunk music, maybe you can make, you can make fucking crack music if you're a drug dealer. You can make hip hop, conscious hip hop. There's subgenres, but Canadian hip hop isn't a subgenre. It's just hip hop. You know what I mean? And there's so many people that still like kind of dismiss us. It's just like Canadian hip hop, and I'm like, no, it's hip hop, and I hate. Like, I'll have arguments all day about it. I hate it, but I
What?
mean, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I lost track of your question, to be honest.
But that's the thing, like with people that are just artists, like you can just take the storyline, but you can
You
apply it
remember
to
my
any
sister
beat.
Henley,
You
Rachel?
know, what's that? Is that your little sister that I saw?
Yeah, she's back again. And
What wind me up?
she said hello. She's
Hello.
doing her homework and stuff. At least show
You
your
yo,
hands.
you
Wave to the people.
just tell her say Wagwan one more time.
Say well gone. You heard her, guys?
Yeah.
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 And your little brother's birthday is a couple weeks or last week, right?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
definitely. Y'all
Shout out to little brother, man. Let him know
shout out
that
to
it's set.
him. Y'all talking about New York is crazy because I just came back from New York.
Don't you find everybody starting to sound the same though?
Everybody is, yeah. There's lately with the music industry or just music in general, there's no originality anymore. Like everybody's biting off of everybody's sound. Everybody wants to do drill. Everybody wants to, even in Atlanta, everybody wants to do on the Playboy Cardi, the Ken Carson, the this, the that, and
In
nobody is
Atlanta,
really. I'm telling you guys, nobody is even trying to step outside the box. Like they all dress the same. It's like the
they mimic
same
him.
people, different fonts. And it's like, guys, how do you expect to, like even in certain group chats that I'm in, like how do you expect to stand out if you all sound the same? It's so hard. Like
The thing is, like, they end up making like my bad. They end up making the vision like they end up making their vision seem more like a gimmick than they do as creative, because like they're like, all right, so and so raps like this. I want to rap similar, but I'm gonna dress the same. I'm gonna talk the same, like that. But yo, there's so many other avenues you could do. You don't have to be the same person as the next person, man. Like everyone, yeah, exactly, bro, you're right. Copycats everywhere, and bro could relate to this. Like, I sent him my music that I made that came out in like 20. My shit was shit I sent him was from 2012, and like the latest was like a track from 2014. And the best compliment I got from anybody I got was that my shit aged well. Like, it doesn't sound like it sounds like it's from that era, but it's something you can still listen to right now. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And like, you don't hear that with a lot of shit nowadays. People's music don't age well, like the shit you're making, like the music you're making is different creativity. You're adding cultural sounds to it. You're bringing your actual roots to the music, instead of like growing different roots that aren't particular to your style. Like,
thank you.
you're not out there trying to make drill music with a bunch of like island sound, because like I don't think it wouldn't work right. It like drill music has a cadence to it, whereas the music you make has a very, very different type of sound to it and a different message. Like drill music's all about fucking pulling up with a
The
blicky and
op,
fucking letting off
yeah.
shots. Your music's not about
I'm
that.
not going.
Your shit's trying to make people dance and be happy and vibe and shit. Like,
Yeah,
how you supposed to dance with a gun in your pants? Like, bro,
exactly.
half these motherfuckers wearing skinny jeans. I can see that shit in your waistline, B. Like, stay on the
Yeah,
wall. Like, don't come off the wall and dance forward. Don't look at us. Look at the wall. You're gonna get busted.
yeah.
But no,
Listen,
Jenna, go
man.
on. Ask whatever you feel like. I just keep interrupting because I've been meaning to talk to her for like the last like 2-3 weeks.
No, I know. But that's the thing too, like even like the people that cook up the beats and things too, it's just so important for everybody to be authentic in their artistry, and then they can collaborate too because they're able to stay in their lane and do what they're gifted to do, is just to make the beats, to collaborate with each artist. So it's just really important that everybody just really stays in their niche or creates that new niche and is just not that copycat. Like everybody's so individual and it's just going to feed off of each other, and that's what's going to make everybody thrive.
Yeah.
So you that the interview I sent you, because I sent Jenna the interview that me and you recently did there for
Mm-hmm.
episode 130. Did you get a chance to hear the actual 5 a.m. in Sao Paulo track?
I did, yeah. So we saw the video. So it's pretty sweet. So that's where I was like, oh, where was it filmed? And that's the thing too, is like it's such a dynamic thing. Like everybody is so relatable. Like it's, yeah, you could tell, is it somewhere down in Miami, or is it down in Jamaica, or is it down the road? Is it down in Georgia? So it's so relatable to just everybody. And we've all, just the basic of what I picked up from the video, we've all kind of been there, where we've all just gone to that other, really what it thrives is, you just kind of, everybody
You
has their own
got
perception
what?
of it.
I'm telling you, one day we gotta figure out. Because like I told you, I'm connected like heavy with the Trinidadians and shit. Like FMG Mac is in the building. Shout out my dog FMG
Yeah.
Mac, another dope artist from Vermont. But yeah, definitely. I gotta go. I'm supposed to go to fucking. I was supposed to go to Carnival in Trinidad this February for my birthday and shit. But it
Yeah.
all depends on my homie. But that's one thing. Like in the future, because I have a lot of people in Trinidad who are production art, like make beats. That was a big ass snowfall. That scared the shit out of me. Uh, fuck. I'm
We don't
tripping
say the
out.
S word up here. We're still on island time up here in this 19-degree weather, but no white stuff yet.
So wait, yeah, you're in New Hampshire, right? So you guys have a lot of snow yet, or no?
Yeah. No, don't
You're
jinx
so
it. You keep
you're
that up there
so
in
lucky.
Canada. You can keep
Yeah,
it up there.
don't worry, I'll freeze my ass off to do this shit. But no, how about you? What about Atlanta? You guys must not have no snow at all yet.
Snow.
Fuck, man. But
Boy, let me tell you
oh,
something. It be
I got
flakes on the floor. That's it. It sticks, yes, but it's not like a lot. So it ain't nothing. It's just the S. It ain't even the no. It's just S. It's not really snow for real.
Right.
yeah. Everyone's saying no S words. I keep thinking they're
No
mad. I
S
said
words.
shit, but I'm realizing now I meant snow. But so what are your plans next? I know you're gonna obviously market and keep promo for the 5 a.m. in Sao Paulo track. What have you doing like marketing wise and promotion? Bro, I know where you're at. I don't want to hear nothing but your goddamn snow fucking shit right now, all right? If you don't stop fucking pushing me, bro, I'm about to kick you off this shit.
But
on every on
what am
everything.
I doing to
Janelle
market?
Nye, hold on. Shout out Janelle Niles, one of my fucking one of Canada's fucking greatest fucking comedians right now. Putting on for all the indigenous people, all the indigenous comedians and stuff. She's very, very well appreciated. So thank you, Janelle. Congratulations on all your success. But yeah, how are you marketing that video right now? So like, I know you push it to all your people, obviously, and I think I said it to you in your last interview. I said your hometown is not your main demographic. Like, don't aim
Nah.
for the main town. Like you're in Atlanta,
Yeah.
don't aim for Atlanta. Don't aim for Atlanta. As much as your sound is different than Atlanta sound, like anybody you fuck with out there, your friends or people who say, yeah, I fuck with your music, a lot of the time are yes men. You know what I mean? They just say yes
Yeah.
because they want to make you feel confident, but that confidence comes from yourself before anybody else. You got to remember that shit. So like, if you were gonna in all the states, if you were gonna push that video and that song the hardest that you can, where do you think the state would most fit for that type of sound right now?
Florida
Florida?
and New
I,
York for sure. Because the Caribbean scene and the Latino scene is
yeah,
heavy over there. And
that's
maybe
true.
California. But mostly Florida for sure. South Florida and
Yeah,
like New York.
I could help you with the Florida part. I could probably get some. I bet Jenna could help me a bit with the New York side of things if we wanted. The Florida, I got a lot of people out there. Like shout out to June Fargo from Street Religion. He's out in Florida right now.
Yeah.
Someone else, I bet Jenna, you know June, right?
Right. Yeah.
So I bet I can see June and Lurain making like one of those tracks because June Fargo can adapt to anything. Hold up.
Right.
Um,
Yeah, even like
Why Sao Paulo?
yeah, why
Somebody,
Sao Paulo?
why is it
yeah, like
called Sao
even
Paulo?
I think
Nico
that's what
just
it means.
joined in, and him and Breeze just did Wait. They brought that Caribbean style back up. He's got that Caribbean vibe, and
That
Obi too. Like they have a Breeze and stuff too. They all collaborate for that. They're bringing that island vibe up here too. So
and makes sense because Breeze is of Jamaican descent, so
Ah, nice.
Mans needs to get himself some locks though. I'm telling you, if Breeze had
yeah.
locks, it's game over for that man. But what like I think even here in like what I find, I feel like yeah, those places are perfect places to push that type of song, but it's the places where you would rarely hear that shit that I think would change the perspective that people have on it, because they're gonna hear it and be like, why don't we hear more of this in our state or in our city or in our region, whatever you want to call it, you know what I mean? I think pushing it in places like Vermont and like places like Canada here, because Toronto, for instance, Toronto loves to act like they're all fucking Jamaican when a lot of them are not Jamaican because they're all white boys, and they're just like me, except I actually grew up around Jamaicans. These guys just fucking hear people talking and they're like, yeah, man, them on roads. I'm like, no, they're not. Like, stop saying that. But Toronto and the greater Toronto area has a very, very big influence when it comes to like Trinidad's like carnival. They have like every June, or I think it's July. It might be August, but they have their own carnival out in Toronto. Montreal as well, where I'm from originally, has a big,
Ain't it
big
called
fucking
Caravana?
Caravana.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like getting that shit played at Caravana. And I know the DJs who spin at the nightclubs for like the after parties at Caravana. Like this past weekend, I was in Montreal networking for Hard U, the artist I'm managing. I don't know if you guys have seen my posts about him or not, but we were in Tremblant. It's like the ski resort, and we had him like before the like when someone gets their song played at the end of the night before the night's ending, that's when like that's the song of the night. You know what I mean? People are leaving with that in their mind. So I had
Right.
this man's song play 3 times before the club ended, and the whole party bus home. Everyone had this guy's song fucking just constantly going, remembering it word for word. And I was sitting there on the bus just laughing, like, wow, these motherfuckers really thought I couldn't do this shit. And I was like, yo. So since that happened, I've been having people hit me up about management fucking roles, and I told them, I'm like, yo, I'm like, if the bag's right, I got you, but like, I'm not doing this shit for free just because you see me helping someone. I'm down to help someone, you know what I mean? But I can't help everyone for free. And I told you yourself, Lurain, like if you need the promo help, then I got you on the promo stuff, no
Yeah,
charge,
most
because
definitely.
I know that you got your mod dukes and your family out there, and you're trying to get on right for them and to help them out. So like I'm not gonna take away from that. Just like I'm here trying to help my mod dukes with the whole Alzheimer's shit. If anybody didn't know, that's what my personal shit is. I'm gonna say it out loud now, so I don't have to ever say it again. My mom has Alzheimer's. I gotta deal with that shit. I'm on alert all the time. That shit is not a fucking fun disease. Cancer sucks, yes, but waking up every day to see another different person and someone that you've known since you've grown up is a fucked up situation.
I'm so
You
sorry
know,
about that, man.
it's all good. I don't want to talk about it too much. I'm an emotional man. I don't want to cry on this shit.
I
But
know how that goes,
she
bro.
still listens to music and she still likes music, which is good. So she hears my music, she's heard your music. Like I tell her, I'm like, oh yeah, someone I interviewed, and she's like amazed by it. She's like, wow, and I'm like, yeah. But promo wise, I got you on the promo. I'll start making a vision board and stuff with you. We'll figure out prominent cities that I think will benefit you more. We'll aim for Florida because I got June out there, and
Yeah.
if you could do like something with June, then both of you working collaboratively, then the promo is easier that way. Then I'm promoting you both, and I mean, it works out that way. Even if you did like a small, I know it's your track, your joint, 5 a.m. in Sao Paulo, but even if you had like a little fucking snippet at the end where you just have June come in just to do a quick fucking like show, this is what I could do, then they wonder who he is. Then you're both getting questioned about, and they want to know who are these people making music. You know what I mean? So we can figure out something on that end, but definitely got to get a lot more vision in different places.
Yes, that's definitely the vibes.
But you are working hard. I'll give you that. For doing it by yourself mostly, I mean, you got the right connections that you needed. You're smart. You're not like some of these other artists. Like, you have a photographer, you have your videographer, you have dancers, you have people, you have models that do things for you in the background. And by the way, some of them models, whew, jeez. But
Did you hear the song, or was it all visual for you?
I mean, I heard the song first, then I went back and I watched it again.
That makes a good video, though.
I was
That
like,
makes
man,
a good video when you can just watch it on mute.
Yeah, just watching it on mute. I'm like, who's that?
Yeah, Loco has been asking what inspired me for the song. I'm seeing it, but we're all just talking. I haven't been ignoring your question, but I can answer you right now. Actually,
Please do.
the inspiration behind 5 a.m. in São Paulo is I love Brazilian culture and I love football. And growing up, I had a little phase, not even a phase, but I went down Bali funk. That's the genre of the song. Bali funk rabbit hole, and I just automatically fell in love with the Brazilian funk. And I was like, it was last year World Cup. I remember, I just kept seeing Brazilian music and the football, and of course I was rooting for Brazil to win, but we didn't win. And I was like, I could do that too. And sat in the car one day during work. I just randomly Googled, not YouTube, Bali funk beat. One came up and the lyrics was just there. I was just like, wow, your body's moving, wow. And ever since then, I was like, all right, I'm going to the studio, and there's your song. So shout out to Brazil. Brazil funk is amazing. Like,
Brazilian
it's super fire.
Brazilian culture is amazing in general.
Yes.
I got a lot of Brazilian. Like I said, I grew up culturally with everybody. Like, I didn't grow up with a lot of white kids, and the white kids I did grow up don't really like me. So, but CY, I don't know if you're talking about the fine lady to my left or the fine lady to my right, but to the left, that's Jenna Omer. She's going to be the new co-host of Card Chat. She's going to be doing interviews, the ones I can't get to because I have other ones I got to do. But don't worry, CY. I still got you locked in for episode 150. CY was at the event this past weekend I was talking about. You probably saw the video of us just turned up fucking crazy sitting in that video of that cognac, which got stolen by some random woman, by the way. That pissed me off. I was like, God damn, you disrespectful as hell. But
wow,
CY is a staple of Montreal hip-hop. He's very, very in tune. I go far back in hip-hop in Montreal. I just recently met CY after knowing about his music for almost a decade. So I met him in the summer. We went on like a crazy boat ride, chilling, getting to know each other. And then ended up meeting up him in Southwest Music Group, which is the crew they're in Montreal. Another person that I will be able to link you with in time, but I also need you to send me an MP3 version or a WAV version of a radio edit of your song. If there's anything that needs to be edited out, like you think, like cuss words or whatever, if you could send me that, I could probably get you on rotation in Montreal on the college and university stations, which is a very good look because they get thousands and thousands of plays on weekends. And like, that's what I'm doing for my artists right now, and I'm there next week. So if I put that shit on the thumb drive, you could be guaranteed that I will have a video of your shit playing on the Montreal music station. So I got you on that. If you get me that,
Wow, thank
Material,
you.
I have you
It's
100%.
already, it's already, it's already because like Loco said, 5M in Sao Paulo, the bleeps in the hook. Is it intentional?
Yeah, I
Yes.
was gonna say I heard that too. It
So
is, right?
it is intentional because when I did it, I'm a very bold person. You know, sometimes I just say what the hell's on
Yeah,
my mind.
you laid back and shit, but I could tell that if you about to snap, you gonna snap.
Yeah,
But
definitely. I don't take
that's like every island guy though. It's like I'm chilling, but if you piss me off, I'm gonna rip your face off. Like
Yeah, like you go low, I will go to hell.
you know,
But
like
listen though, yeah, it was intentional. So when I went, I was bold and I just cursed and I was just like, oh, it's just too vulgar. So
do
I
you
was
have both
like,
versions still though?
no, I didn't keep the curse word version, but if I could go back to the engineer and be like, take it off, it just
Yeah,
trust me, it
I
just
just
doesn't sound
if you
cool.
send me the version that has the like the bleeps and whatever, that's cool. But if you could hit your
Yeah,
engineer and get me
that's the version I put out, the
no,
one with the
that's what
bleep.
I mean. Yeah,
Oh,
I
okay.
can get. Yeah, if you send me that one you could email to me. But if you get me the original version with the cussing, then I could use that to promote while I'm out and like out and about and stuff too, because I don't have to be worried about that on the radio and shit. You know, when I'm at the club and shit
I
like that, that don't matter.
Yeah, I don't. That's the thing. Like, we never really kept the version with the
So,
bleep
so
words.
would you? Do
So
you
when we
prefer?
put, I prefer
My,
the bleep. I think the
all right.
bleep is cool because it remind. I don't know if you guys remember that song early in the morning when I think about you. I hit you at what you I can all the time like that. I was like, oh, that's the beep. The bleep really just adds the essence to it because it's like I could be saying dance, I could be saying obviously I'm in folk, but
Yeah,
I could be saying
yeah,
dance. Yeah, you could just fill in the blanks, but the
yeah.
the bleep just brings it out because
All
I
right.
did it without it and I was just like, this like it's just so
So,
so.
so then I'm gonna get you to send me the version you got to my email.
Mhm.
Uh, do you have an EPK made yet, like an email press kit?
What is
All right, I guess not. So, all right, all
it?
right. So listen, for the promo thing that I'm gonna get done for you and stuff, leave the promo stuff for me. I'll give you some marketing shots and some ideas. Maybe I'll work with Jenna on that. Maybe she could help me with some suggestions and things. You're an artist. You're definitely one of the artists I've had on this series throughout the 150 episodes we've done that I've actually I felt like an actual connection with. Like I don't just call anybody sis. You know what I mean? So like
Yeah.
I check in on you. I make sure you're all right because I know shit's not easy right now. So I'm checking in on you daily and shit.
Yeah, listen,
And
right now, y'all.
trust me, I know how it be. Trust me, I'm going through my own shit, dealing with
Yeah,
it, but I still got work to get done. So
I
I got to try
appreciate
and
you,
put it
man.
behind me. But yeah,
Cause
uh,
right now,
I'm gonna
your
let Jenna
girl,
keep asking some things because
yeah,
I mean, Jenna seems like she got some questions, man. Because I mean, her energy just chilling there and just taking in the information we're talking about. I could see that she's actually enjoying the vibe, and I'm glad
I'm
that
ready to answer
finally
all the
found
questions.
someone. Finally found someone that could actually follow like the type of like vibe I'm on, and not this whole scripted interview shit, like this radio shit. Like, where were you born? What was your first rap name? Like, fuck out of here. I don't like fuck
What's
that.
your astrological sign?
Yeah,
I'm a
are you?
Pisces.
Yeah, baby. You already know me and you.
It's the
That's why we
water
so
baby.
emotional.
Listen,
Well, I'm a
I'm
Virgo, so
actually.
I'm out of that.
Oh
Mm.
wow.
Yeah, that's a deadly
Oh,
combo.
we might
Ginger
not get
Virgo.
along. We might not get along as I thought.
No, it's
But
good. No, it's all good.
No, I'm fucking with you. But yeah, go ahead. Keep asking. Oh, we're getting mad people peeping in. This is some dope shit.
Yeah,
yeah,
no, yeah. So it's good that you said it was that like Brazilian vibe too, because I think like just World Cup, like just to be able to be that next artist to have that anthem is just like everybody big goals for sure. So it's good.
listen.
Like you can just definitely tell that that would be like the next lane for you, or just getting up there. Like and that like with that too, like what is like the next platform? Do you ever think like, oh, I want to be on the Grammys or like the Super Bowl? Like, do you have that like goal stage that just growing up that's always stuck with you?
Um, yeah, I've always wanted to be on like the Grammys or like the BET Awards or just any type of award show, and just. But now it's just like do awards even really mean anything? Because they just giving this shit to anybody, really.
Right.
Like
Yeah,
at this
They
point,
participation trophies.
yeah. So it's like,
you know, accolades are nice to have. The only thing accolades do is add a little bit more oomph to your resume. You know what I mean?
yeah, I know.
It's what you say in your music that actually really matters and shit. And like I could tell you have a lot of message behind like whatever it is. If it's the pain you're going through, if it's the good days you're going through, I know you're gonna use that before you start talking about, oh, I got this Grammy, you know, all that. Like that's what people focus on way too much, and Jenna's right. So like it's a good question, but when she brings up the Brazilian like soccer anthem and shit, you know what 2024 is, right? It's the
Yeah.
fucking FIFA World
Trick
Cup.
question,
Yeah.
huh?
FIFA World Cup,
Yeah.
and you know,
Hmm.
I think it's I forget what months it started in, but I think
Nah,
submissions.
the the next World Cup is 26, but the FIFA game is next year.
Yeah, but the FIFA World Cup is in the 2024 though, right?
No, it's 2026.
Is it?
Hmm.
Even better, we got time then because
Yeah,
Oh, we
there's
have a lot of
time.
I
Yep,
time.
there's time.
I have plenty
Definitely.
ideas that we could do with like you have that track already, and your engineer at least has all the stems still, right?
Yeah.
Okay, make sure whatever he does, put them on a thumb drive. Make sure he keeps them aside because if like when it comes to that FIFA 2024, 2026, whatever, fuck. But we could definitely keep. I will completely commit submitting that track for the Brazilian national fucking either walkout song because obviously their anthem will play.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
yo, if it
definitely.
comes out and we get like a remix, like a sound like remix, of someone like turns it into like a reggaeton folk track or like a full like soca vibe or something, you know what I mean? And they have that for like a certain player walkout, like the main captain or something. You know what that is right there for you? That's not only just a bag. That's just fucking
Forever.
like
It's
millions on
literally,
millions on millions of listeners, bro. You
yeah.
won't have to worry about this Spotify streaming bullshit no more. You could sell that shit as a single on a website and get directly paid every time, other than trying to get a million views to get a $3,000 check.
Nah, facts. That's
I mean,
facts.
Spotify is cool and all, but at the end of the day, the thing I've been working on lately is because like I have the Facebook community. I know you're not on Facebook and all that, but I have the Facebook community which Jenna's part of. She sees like constantly growing like with mad artists, like demographics like from fucking Atlanta, Vermont, fucking Europe, Canada, everywhere. It's crazy. And everyone is respectful, collaborative. They all want to work. So like not only is that going to be being like continue to grow, but I have a website being built right now that I'm going to migrate everything like from the interviews. There's going to be artist tabs and artist like profiles. So like every month it'll change, but anybody that wants their stuff, and it's free because you know me, I don't charge for shit. I haven't made a cent off this shit other than for merch. When I ran my first merch cent, the only money I made was merch, and that's because I invested in that. But other than that, I'm not gonna fucking make money off artists who are just trying to make money themselves. You know, half the time these artists are working 9 to 5s and they're using that money to put into their craft. So I'm not here trying to just take their money. I mean, I could be like every other fucking podcast and be like, yeah, it's $150 to get an interview, but like, yo, who the fuck pays for an interview? I don't understand who really like. What's the point of paying for an interview?
That right there
You know,
is what's
it just don't
killing
make sense
Atlanta,
to me.
bro.
See, and I told you when I was making music, bro, my way of doing it, the only two chances we had for platforms was see. By the way, if this cuts out, I'll restart the live and just jump back in. When I was making music, and this was like I started in 2004, and I started consistently dropping like mixtapes during the MySpace and like that Piff days and shit. So like every time I had to hit a platform, the only chances you had for platforms was either radio stations or television. And you're definitely not getting on television unless you had a high quality music video. So the next best thing was going to radio stations at like universities, colleges, whatever you had to do, showing up like an hour and a half before they start their show. That way when the fucking DJs and shit and the hosts come in, they're like, yo, what are you doing here? I'm like, well, bro, to be honest, you guys weren't here yet. I was hoping I was just could jump in and be on the radio and get interviewed, you know? Like, I swindled my way in that shit. Like, I was robbing people the fucking time and shit. Like, they'd be like, well, we have someone here for an interview at this time. I'll be gone before then. Don't worry. I just got a few things I got to say. And then the people show up, and I'm like, nah, I got a little more I got to say. But I'm like, if they do better at rapping on the microphone than me, they could have their interview. If they don't, then they got to get the fuck out. We'll let the callers vote. You know what I mean? So, like, it's all about like, it's pressure too, you know, like, as cool, calm, collected, and like and nice you try to be in this industry. There's a whole lot more that you gotta put into it than just being like that regular self of yours, you know. Like, if you want something but someone's out there and they want the same thing, you need to want it more. You need to want to force it. You gotta just show them pressure, you know. Like, yeah, I'm cool. I make dope vibe music, you know. It's stuff to jam, vibe to, you know. It's stuff to relate to. But, like, is your message more important than my message? You really, really gotta see if that's the case. And if it's not, then you gotta, like, you gotta push them out of line and be like, yo, I'm up next. Like, and I know Atlanta has a lot of schools that have hip hop radio stations and a lot of soca and a lot of reggae stations. And if you just went and spent a weekend just hitting those stations, bringing Josh with you just to shoot like photos while you're there and shit, you know, like, once they see you're coming with like actual photographers or your videographers, whatever, your posse, whatever you want to call it, you know, they're gonna see like, okay, they're coming here with actual like pressure they want in, you know. And if they say no, all right, you ask them, okay, you can't do it tonight, but can you do it? Can you do it in like maybe in a couple weeks? Like, give it a couple weeks to simmer in, let them check your music, and chances are, bro, they're not gonna have an interview for one night, and they're gonna be like, oh, there is that young girl that hit us up about that music she sent us. Why don't we have her on? You know what I mean? They remember people that come and they show that they actually want it, because everybody can make music, but is everyone passionate about it? Not really. They're more focused on getting the bag. They're more focused on they're more focused on making themselves look good, and they don't even brand themselves. So how are you gonna look good if you can't brand yourself? You know, so I would suggest hitting those college and those university radio stations as much as you can.
All right, I gotta do a lot of research and stuff and see what they got
Telling
around.
you, I'm gonna make that vision board and I'm gonna hit you with some ideas, and then from there, like, I'm not gonna say take each. Holy shit, what's going on? Yo, my Scotian brother from the six, what's going on, homie? How you doing? He's from Nova Scotia in Canada. Um, Yeah, no, definitely. Like, I got a lot of ideas I can hit you with. Not that you have to accept them all and shit. I'm not looking like for you to be like, yeah, this guy's just hitting me with fucking ideas that he expects me to do. I want you to be, like I said, I try to
Putting you to
curate.
work.
Yep. She wants that title and she wants that look from people. That's what she's got to do. Like, I gotta give it, like, for example, like, you gotta look at Breeze and like Street Religion, like they might not drop singles all the time and shit, but they're always, and when they drop something, they're dropping classic fucking albums that
Hmm.
you don't hear curated like you did in the 90s. These albums sound like they were curated in the 90s with today's sound. Like that June Fargo and Young Breeze, that Unoya album, that shit was crazy.
Hmm.
And Young Breeze is Jelani Sky, even Sophia Grace. Man, everybody hates Chris. All those albums were curated unbelievably. And yeah, whatever. I might be a fanboy of fucking Young Breeze. Leave me alone. But if it wasn't for Francis FFD Ross in Vermont, I would have never been put on to Vermont like I have been. And it's because of Vermont that this show is taken off to a whole other level. So I give
Yeah,
Vermont
Vermont is
love for
definitely
that.
on the map for sure. Yeah, they just have that whole like street team mentality too that people are really losing lately. And but you just everything you've talked about tonight, you have that like USB with the DJ, waiting outside the radio stations, just selling the merch, everything. It's all part of it.
It's a major part of it. It's actually, some people think the music is the most important part of it, and arguably it is, but branding yourself not as just an artist, but branding yourself as a human being who makes art is totally different. They're two separate things. You could brand yourself as a musician, or you could brand yourself as an artist and a person. You know what I mean? You want people to know both of you. You don't want people just to look at you as an artist, and then, because when you get looked at, like most of these artists that get viral, they get looked at as an artist for like maybe 6 months and it's over. You know? The only one I could think that's still actually popping a little bit, which I hate, is Ice Spice.
I like Ice Spice.
I can't believe you like Ice Spice.
I do.
Why? I'm sorry. I hate to say this, and I'm not trying to sound like some, like, I'm not even like misogynistic, really, because it's facts. All she does is get on stage and shake her ass.
And we like that.
No, I don't. Because
I do.
like, I don't. Okay.
Speak for yourself,
Fair
Jordan.
Fair enough. I feel you.
Know your audience.
I caught that line right there. I get what you mean. All right. But I mean, like, see, I can understand what her mouth's saying. I can understand what her mouth's saying, but when she's shaking her ass, I can't understand what her cheek's saying.
Listen, like, all right, to be real with you, like some of her songs, I don't know. She has a target audience, and I'm probably one of the audience, because I don't like the recent song she did with Rema. That was just a waste of time. But her other songs is pretty catchy. You know, it's pretty catchy, and I like it.
Her shit's catchy, but she's definitely not. She's not one of those people who could rap.
Yeah, and I think she's just, having fun. At the end of the day, you can tell, like, she's just having fun with the music. Some people really do just be having fun, and it just turns out to be catchy. So I like it. She's a pretty girl. She's pretty cool, down to earth. So I fuck with her. I'm not gonna lie. I love me some Ice Spice. I'm not gonna lie. Like, an example would have been like probably for that is
Angels Cupid, aka Casey, said, "I know I'm just a lame one sitting back." Stop, Casey. Listen, you gotta stop. You gotta stop cutting yourself down, because I told you I hate when you be doing that shit, because I tell you all the time, you have a lot of ideas that could be put to use. It's just we gotta find who we could curate those ideas to. Not every idea works for everybody. You know what I mean? And like, you have a very, very versatile feeling and very, very diverse liking in genres. Like, you like punk hip hop and like rock hip hop and like all that, like the Juggalo scene and stuff like that, which is cool. And like, you could definitely, and you do the art for that kind of stuff. So start doing the art for that shit and put it to the Juggalo scene. You know what I mean? Focus the art on stuff. Like, stop focusing your ideas on everybody. Focus on one thing, and then once that one thing catches on, then other things will catch on. That's all I can say. But you got to stop cutting yourself down, because I see you in the chats all the time. You engage. Just engaging the way you do in these conversations shows that like, you're a supporter. So like, trust me, being a supporter and just not getting your ideas taken serious like you feel, that means nothing. Trust me, sooner or later you're gonna get that feel from someone. Trust me. I believe in you. The people that you mess with, you met Breeze and all them through the show, they all believe in you. They're always there for you. Shorty Bang and you get along. Just gotta believe in yourself. Scotion from the 6, yeah, I appreciate you. Please follow both guests. Jenna Omer is going to be the co-host for interviews, like I was saying before. Lurain's another appearing.
Did he cut out?
My bad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I might end up having to run upstairs, charge my phone for like half an hour, but if you guys are down to come back on in a little bit, let me know.
I might go to sleep because I got work bright and early.
All right, if you want to go pass out, Jenna, you going to be up for a little bit?
Yeah, I'll be up.
Okay, well, maybe we'll have a conversation. Maybe we could do that back and forth interview shit.
Yeah, we could do that.
That'd be cool, because that could be my episode 148, because then we're 2 away from
There you
our
go.
milestone 150. I can't believe we hit 150
I
in like
know.
less
That's because you've been putting in
since
the work.
August, yo. Since August, our 100th episode, we had Black Soprano Families, Rick Hyde. Man, that day I put on so many artists to rap for Rick Hyde, yo. I had Funky Diabetic. I had fucking, who else did I have on? Vocero, Omar, and I had one more person. Oh, and I had Shroom T. That's what I had on there. Yeah. But 5 a.m. in Sao Paulo, the bleeps and the hook, intense. Oh wait, I was like, wait a minute, I'm a little too far up. Cause where the charger at? Yo, to be honest, I did have a chart. I remember the 100th episode. Thank you, thank you. I know I never used your poster you made for me, Jade, but it was only because there was so much going on and fucking so many people hit me with a bunch, and then I just lost track. But definitely the 150th, I'm gonna get you to make that one for me because that I got a homie coming on. Like I said, CY is 150. But yeah, so for 148, I'll go charge my phone upstairs for a little bit, and then me and you will reconnect, Jenna. But yeah, definitely
Yeah.
think this is a good match. I think you're good. What do you think, Lurain? You think she's a good co-host for it?
Yeah, she's pretty dope. I like her. She's
There
cool.
we go.
Well, thank
That's
you.
all I need. I know Lorraine's opinion matters. I fuck Lorraine, so you know. And yo, Lurain, I
Dang.
know your name, your real name is Lorraine Ray, right?
No,
No.
no.
So why is it Lorraine Ray on here?
It's my artist name.
It's your artist name is Lurain Ray.
Nah, that's just my Instagram name. My
Oh,
artist
okay.
name is Lurain, or just Rain for short. But my real name is not that. Nah,
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'll
my
figure it
real
out.
name is completely different.
I'll find that out. I'll find that out behind the scenes then,
You'll find it
and I'll
out.
get it
I have
on now.
interviews out and stuff, like blog stuff. You find it. It's in my
Uh,
bio.
Scotian
Yeah.
in the six. Yo, Scotian in the six. You could be episode 149 if you want, bro.
Don't tell
But
your
yeah.
real name.
So yeah, I just wanted to say. So Lorraine, I'm glad that we got to come on and talk a little more about like the video. I'm gonna take some clips. Like I'm gonna record some clips from the video on YouTube. Start posting them on like the Instagram stories and through
Yeah.
Facebook and stuff. But I was gonna say, because I don't monetize on my YouTube with any artists and music if they put it up. If you have the video and you want to put it on another platform just to get like more views circulating, you could always upload it on the line with YouTube. I won't monetize off it, so that way you just get more views and then they get linked to your shit.
Oh shit. Appreciate that.
I mean, we could do that. Anything, even in singles. When you drop in singles, anything. I'll make a
Mhm.
playlist strictly. You know, I'm gonna start making playlists for artists and shit. So like, if you want to do that, we could definitely do that. Like I said, promo marketing, I got you. Like I don't promise a lot of people marketing shit for free because I'm trying to get this bag out here too. But I'm gonna
Trust me.
help you out because I know that I could see when an artist deserves the fucking recognition, the love that they get. So. Definitely got you. Yo, would you do that
Appreciate
with
that
my
so
cover?
much.
Would you do that with my covers? Of course I would. Send me your covers, Jade. Hit me with a message on Messenger. I'm about to get off this one. I just want to do my outro before it cuts out. So again, everybody, episode 146, 146 or 147? 147. 146 was F50 Ross. Fuck, I gotta stop smoking weed, man. Episode 147, we got Mehong Gal. We got
Don't know.
Lurain. Is that balloons popping
I
up?
don't
Shit.
know.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know what's
That's
happening,
cool.
but
That's a whole
I
vibe.
If
don't know
that was
what
one,
just happened.
see if that happened during episode 150, that would have been dope as hell. But nah, you had to wait
That's
till
cool.
had to do it on your own shit. God damn you, cocky.
I don't know how the hell that. I don't know, but it's lit.
Every
All
day
right,
is a
bet.
celebration.
But yeah, like I said, episode 147. I'm your man Hanley from On the Line With. We also now have Jenna Omer, part of On the Line With. We got Lurain for episode 147 with card chats. Almost at our 150 milestone. Hope everybody could tune into that. Should be happening probably this weekend, maybe early next week. But I
That's what's up.
appreciate Jenna for coming on and taking part and like taking on this role. I really appreciate it. And Rain, you know I got love for your sister, so we're gonna work on
Appreciate
that
that,
promo
dog.
and marketing and shit. And I'll hit me up in the morning after you wake up, and let's figure out something.
All right, bet. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate being here. Thank you so much, guys, for allowing me to even,
Always. And we'll
show
get the
face.
video. We'll get the video up on the YouTube soon.
All right, thank you guys. Good night.
All
Thank
right,
you.
and Jenna, I'll hit you up in a bit. I'll message you in a minute.
Sounds good.
All
Thanks.
right, take care, y'all. Appreciate y'all for tapping
Bye,
in.
guys.
Peace out, homie.